Hello guys, welcome to Servlet tutorial. We shall see one question, that is totally how many ways are there to make our HTML program or HTML page interacting with the Servlet program. So the answer is there are totally three ways to make our HTML page or program interacting with the Servlet program, and those are, first already I learned these first two options, first two ways. First, by using HTML form page submit button. Second, by using HTML hyperlink. And third, we shall see today, that is by using JavaScript or jQuery submit method of a form object. So in this previous session we already covered. In this previous session we already learned about option 1 and option 2. And in this today's session we shall see example Java web application using option 3, that is using JavaScript or jQuery submit method of a form object. So let us create a Java web application. Meanwhile, let me start my NetBeans ID. So where is my NetBeans ID? Here is my NetBeans ID. So NetBeans is starting. So I give the context root name of my web application, that is 64 JavaScript submit method, and it's a deployment directory structure, contains form.html as well as it contains web-INF directory. Under this you will find web.xml file, and under this you will find classes directory. Under the classes I kept one TestSrv.java as well as its .class file. So before going to develop this application, web application, let me explain you the flow of execution. So if you observe this diagram, this diagram contains browser window and a web server. On the browser window you'll find form.html. It's a form page, contains a text box where user has to enter, and where user has to enter the value. After entering the value, when the user clicks on get square value button, then request will be trapped by this request need to generate by this request will generate through JavaScript. So here, and I have one web server. Web server contains deployed web application whose name is test app, contains TestSrv program. This TestSrv program will trap that request and will get the value from enter text box. So let me write the flow of execution here by using some different color. So here if I am entering the value called 30, so entered value is 30. When the user clicks on get square value, so the request will be sent to web server. Web server will trap that request. And will forward that request to your Servlet program. This is TestSrv. TestSrv will take that request, will accept that request, and also reads parameter values as the query string values, and will process that logic and sends the response to browser window. Through web server. So first of all, web server will trap that request and send that response back to as a response to my browser window as a dynamic web page. So here is my dynamic web page. Okay, fine. And the output will be displayed like this. Dynamic web page contains, suppose I want to show the output square value is 900. Okay guys, and let me write the flow of execution. So here is my request through JavaScript, and here is, this is my first step. Then this request will be trapped by appropriate servlet, that is TestSrv. What is the logic you are written, that logic will execute in TestSrv program, as well as need to read the request parameter values, that is entered values, will process that logic and generate the square value response need to send to again web application. So here is my fourth step, and fifth step is response. This is the fifth step, and here is the response. Okay guys, so this is the flow of execution. Fine. So let us create the Java web application, that is 64 JavaScript submit method. So copy, go to NetBeans, and in the yesterday session I learned about Servlet listener app. Then we'll go for file, new project, Java web application. Hit the next. So give the context root name 64 JavaScript submit method, or you can use your own choice. Hit the next and hit the next and hit the finish. Why I chose file? Because I want to configure welcome file. So that's what I'm not interested to work with the JSP currently. I'll go for JSP, but not now. First of all, let me delete this JSP. Delete. Yes, deleted. Now let me add one web page whose name is form.html. We can see here form.html. So let me add that form.html. So shift home, form.html, and hit the finish. Okay guys, so and let me give you the example here. So I want to give the title here. Okay, fine. So this is center. Let me keep here h1. So HTML page or program interacting with the Servlet. Then let me use a break tag here. Then I want to show by using Servlet, using JavaScript jQuery to Servlet. Okay guys, fine. So after this I want to add one horizontal row, then break. Okay guys, so done. So this is just part of titles, and fine. After adding head and title, let me add here script. So script, I want to use language, the language JavaScript, end of your script. Then so here is my function, send request. Then the body of this function, in this body we'll write the logic. So before that let me create the form. So under this body, let me apply some background color, BG color. Let me go for yellow. Okay, and let me add here form tag. Let me pass here name, whose name is form1 f1, and let me give here action. We'll keep this action later on, and here end of form tag. Under this I want to use the value, enter value, and let me give here input type. Let me use here text, and here name. Let me keep here text box 1 t1, close, and let me add here break tag, Control C Control V, and after this I'm looking for one input button. Input type, I want to use here normal button but not submit button. I'm using normal button guys, so I want to pass here value. So value, that is what is the label I mentioned, get square value, get square value, and Let me use on click. On click I want to call on click I want to call on let's call on click this method send request. So here send request method close. Okay boss, so form done. And under this function tag, let me keep here my form one f1 dot submit form one dot submit. So this f1 dot submit so let me keep here after this I want to keep here f1 dot submit function send request to the URL mentioned in form tag in action attribute of form tag. Okay guys, so h1 Control X, Control V. So here is h2. Control X. So okay guys, so done. So end of form, then h2 done. So let me go to my web.xml file, and here instead of index.jsp form.html. So right click run. So it's running now. Actually, where is my, let me close all this stuff. These are yesterday's listener, my session listener, then start page, first Servlet, my request listener, my Servlet context listener. So you can see here, so it is going to blank t1. Okay. So guys, so go to form, and here I want to use the URL, that is TURL. What is the name? TURL. Okay, fine. So just refresh, Control F5, and if I enter 30 here, get square value. So TURL is going, and T1 is 30. Okay guys, so we need to add Servlet. So let us add now Servlet. Go to your projects, under this project source package, right click new, Servlet. What is the name I mentioned here? I think so. Scroll down, that is TestSrv, copy, and TestSrv, hit the next and hit the finish. So I'll change the URL, go to web.xml file, so you will find TestSrv. So change to what you have configured in web.xml file, that is TURL, right? So get the copy and go to web.xml, and here simply paste, save it, saved, and go to TestSrv. So let me remove this comment and remove these request response. So removed. Okay guys, so here remove this stuff, and simply I'm looking for everything in center. I'm looking for the h1 and fine, h1 center, and you can show the message. So before this, let me get the so I got print writer object. Then let me read the values. So here read the form data. After reading the form data, so let me hold into request dot get parameter. What is the name we have passed here? So in my form.html we have passed here t1. So copy this t1 and paste to t1. Okay, fine, and hold into integer value 1. So I need to typecast to no. So here integer dot parse int, and so in this way. So here I got value 1. Now I can print here out.println. So here break tag, I want to use break tag, and here square value is so I can generate the square. So here val1 into val1. That's it. Fine guys, so then you can go for anyway, either you can use any methods. So here in the form tag by default you'll get method, either use mention the method name or not method type or not, either get or poster. Okay, fine. So here form type form name f1 action turl and script f1 dot submit. So guys, up to here done, and just after this what you have to do, scroll down and run and test the web application. So what is the URL? So this is the URL. So test. I need to restart once again. So where is my project? So right click, run web.xml turl, and here if I enter here 30, get square value. So square value is 900. Square value is 900. Okay guys, so fine. You may have some different IP address. So different port number, maybe I may have 8080 or you may have something else. You can configure that port number as per your requirements. So in this way I can able to generate the request. Suppose I want to generate for 20, get square value. So 20 square is 400. I want to calculate for 400. So get square value 16,000. So I want to generate for 17, 289. Do anyone know the square of 29? Huh? Okay, 841. I don't know. So I want to generate the square root of 39. Then so 1521. Okay guys. So after this we shall see. About next topic, that is 58, 59. Let me go to 59. File uploading and downloading. Okay guys, fine. As well as we shall see this, we shall perform this application. we'll complete this web application. Okay, fine.